Welcome to episode 34 of the Cards and Cartridges Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, aka OG Retro. I'm here with my man, Chris Kuzi, Retro Games. I feel like we're back from like a week hiatus or something. What's going on, brother?
Doing good.
How are you?
It's been a slow week at work, which has been nice. But I've just been in like a weird, funky mindset like recently. I haven't had motivation to like work, resell, collect, nothing. So I'm just in a little bit of a rut.
I think it's, me as well. I think it's just the time of the year, a little bit of the winter, dude, you just got engaged. Hold up.
I got engaged this past weekend.
You're talking about fucking being sad, but you got engaged. That's something to be happy about. So
yes, I proposed to my girlfriend.
Congratulations in the comments. Wherever you're listening, drop a comment saying congratulations to Mr. Kuzi. Tell the story.
Thank you. Yeah, so the 23rd, so not this previous Saturday listed us, but the Saturday before, I proposed to my 5-year girlfriend, Becca. So we are now engaged. Did a nice cute little fall date in downtown Rochester, Michigan. We went to the Yates Cider Mill and got a beer and walked around downtown Rochester for a little bit. And then we stumbled upon the gazebo outside the Rochester Hills Public Library, and her family was there. My family was there. It was all decorated nice with streamers and balloons and will you marry me romantic stuff. And your boy Kuzi got down on one knee, and now he's got a fiance.
Hey, hell yeah, Kuzi. Let's go. Very proud of you, my guy. But let's get into this week's episode. We got some exciting topics for you. We're going to be talking about a nice little bolo, talking about strategy guides and different things you might want to look out for there. We're going to be talking about this topic I created or had some help creating due to a conversation I had with some individual this past week. Do you need to play the game to have an opinion on the game? And that can be TCG, that could be video game. And I think that'll lead us into some very interesting topics. We're going to talk about the N64 online debacle. They're charging crazy money for it, and it's not really what we thought it was going to be. It's not exciting. We're going to be talking about our thoughts on Celebrations post-release. The set's been out for a couple of weeks now. We're going to talk about our predictions for the future, what we think the prices are going to settle at. And finally, we will end with a brand new segment with a working title. We still don't know what we really are going to call this. It is going to be called the Impression segment for now. And it's going to be us doing notable video game or trying our best to do video game impressions and video and sounds from video games.
I think it's just going to be hilarious.
It's going to be funny. Chris approached me with this topic. I instantly said yes. Let's get into it, Chris. The bolo, guys. Every week we come at you with the be on the lookout for. What are we talking about? Strategy guides, Chris. When you're looking at strategy guides, why would you look out for them?
So I think the first thing to talk about here is there's multiple different, brands of strategy guides you can look into.
True.
There is Nintendo Power. There is Sega Vision, Game Informer. The list goes on. I would say the most notable ones are Nintendo Powers and the ones that people want the most.
So besides, you're missing like Prima and Brady Games though too.
Prima and Brady Games are also on the list.
Those are pretty notable.
Would you agree that Nintendo Power is kind of the most sought after one though?
Well, the thing is Nintendo Power is only for Nintendo games. So that's why I'm hesitant to say yes on that. I would say they're very sought after, but Prima strategy guides cover like they have game guides for everything. So I'm gonna say and they still, from a reseller's perspective, they still sell well. So
especially if you kind of equate maybe the price of the strategy guide to how expensive the game actually is. So if you're finding strategy guides for expensive games, more likely than not the strategy guide's also going to be expensive.
Yeah, that 100% true. I'd say pretty much across the board. I mean, you look at some of the Pokemon strategy guides, they get pretty pricey. I mean, you look at like Emerald, I think is like a $40-$50 guide. Crystal, same thing. The Pokemon Yellow one with the stickers in it, that's a very expensive guide. And I think that's another thing. Some of these guides have like limited edition kind of collectibles, like stickers or different maps. I mean, some of the Nintendo Powers have cards. I know the Nintendo Power Guide for, I think we talked about this last week, maybe. Nintendo Power Guide for the trading card game, I think has the Venusaur promo in it, which is crazy. So I think there are some guides that are definitely worth looking out for, and guides in general. That's kind of what I was thinking when I came up with this bolo, or like most guides are going to have some value, believe it or not.
I think it's an underrated thing to still sell. I've said it for a while. I mean, both of us have experienced reselling Nintendo Powers in our live claim sale Thursday nights, twitch.tv/OG Retro.
Shameless plug.
And they do really well for both of us.
People like them.
People love them. So keep an eye out for games. They're also really fun to collect. I mean, some of them are still cheap, and even like Nintendo Powers, I'd say average price we sell Nintendo Powers for is between like $8 and $12.
Yeah, they're about that, and they're going up in price.
And there is 100 pages pretty much per guide of just gaming goodness.
Chris should trademark that term, gaming goodness.
He
says that every time, and I get
like
a
9
little
Nintendo Powers.
I'm not gonna lie, I get a little grossed out every time you say it, and I don't know why. It just gives you like a gross feeling.
It's hard to describe a Nintendo Power because you can't use like Kirby, Zelda, gaming goodness, poster.
Yeah, but every time you say it, I just a little part of me
your toes curl.
Yes, exactly. It's that feeling. But I think we covered strategy, guys. It's good, guys. Look out for those strategy guides out there. Be on the lookout. If you find, the Holy Grail. Imagine finding an Earthbound strategy guide.
I got one.
Same, but I found that in like a random lot as well. So it's out. They are out there. Yeah.
Can I hit you with a quick side bolo? It's a side bolo shipping tip. Just want to get you guys. Make sure if you're going to be reselling through the holidays coming up, or you're planning on vamping up your reselling in the holidays, stock up on your shipping supplies now. A lot of people are going to be buying shipping your supplies for the holidays, so prices may be going up, and also the you're not going to be able to find as much, or it's going to take longer to get to you. The last thing you want to do with the holiday season coming up is waiting on bubble mailers.
That's a great point, Chris. I definitely have enough small bubble mailers, but maybe the poly mailers, the big ones that I wrap boxes and stuff. I need those.
Stock up on your.
It's a good point. Great tip.
Shout out to Young Games. Young Games taught me that one.
Hell yeah, Young Games, great guy. Check him out. He's all over everything. Young Games 916, I think it is. But let's go to the next topic. Here we go. Little bit of a controversial one, only because it stemmed from a true story, and I won't go into it, but do you need to play the game to have an opinion on the game? And I'm going to start this off because I'm fired up about it.
Hit me with it.
So direct context, this was relating to the infamous game I love to hate on, MetaZoo. And my opinion, basically someone was trying to tell me that in order to have an opinion on the game, you needed to play the game. And to me, that's wrong. Because, here's why, okay? Here's why. You don't have to play the game to have an opinion on the game, because there's so many more aspects to a TCG like MetaZoo, or let's use something else even, like a video game. There's so many more aspects to gameplay than so many more aspects to the game being good than just gameplay, or that, like, you know what I mean? So in related to MetaZoo, I was like, hold up now. I personally don't think the art is that great. I personally don't love the way they promote it, right? I personally I don't think they are doing a good job distributing it. I know they're a new TCG and it's tough, but like I cannot like the game for that reason. Like I can choose to not like the game for that reason. And so I just think I think if I said I don't like how the game plays, I would be a liar. I don't know much about the game. However, I did hear that the game is near unplayable because you can't get the cards. Like you can't. I think it's going to change a little bit with this new set they're coming out with, the Nightfall. I think they printed a little better, but nobody's been able to play the game yet. So we don't even know if this. I was talking to Catch a Craze. I don't know if he wants that in there, but it's on the air now. I was talking to my buddy and he was saying like, yeah, nobody's able to get the boxes or open up the boxes to play the game. And I'm just like, that's dumb.
So Googling real quick, magiccardinvestor.com says, and I think these numbers are as of early April 2021. So it is a little outdated, but it's just a quick Google search. The regular first editions will be shipping in a few waves starting summer 2021. And it increased of a 10x increase from the Kickstarter. And there was only 25,000 booster boxes.
It's crazy.
25,000 booster boxes, 10,000 spell books, 20,000 blister packs, and 5,000 of each theme deck.
That's like so little.
Yeah.
But like, it's not, I mean, ripping on MetaZoo isn't the point of this topic. Chris, do you think with what I just said, do you think you need to play the game to have an opinion on the game?
I don't think so, because it's got to have something initially to bring you into it. If there's nothing off the bat, whether it be the artwork, how they promote it, the accessibility to it, if you can't get something, why would you want to even play it?
Right.
Unless it's something that you've like experienced before in the future. Say like a PS5. You've played PS4, PS3, PS2, PS1. You know what PlayStation has to offer. So you want a PS5, even though it's hard to obtain right now.
Right.
MetaZoo's something brand new. And if they haven't given you anything to want the desire to play or collect it, why would you try to go out of your way or pay reseller scalper prices to actually play the game?
Exactly. And I don't know. And it's interesting with that one too, specifically, because like with me, I would love to play a new TCG. Like that excites me. New trading card games excite me. And I don't know if I've said on the podcast before, but the guys at MetaZoo actually reached out to me before this game was a thing. Reached out to me in my DMs on Instagram and like asked if I wanted to, get some of the cards, and they were about to start the Kickstarter. I was like, yeah, sure. They ghosted me after that. And if you guys want to see those images, I do have those still. I still have those screenshots. But it just is what it is. I think we gotta just realize that you don't have to play the game to have an opinion on the game.
So I know you've kind of had some opinions on how it was released and the backing behind that. Do you think it was strategically planned, or maybe they rushed it, or what are your thoughts about it coming out now, kind of when we're at like the TCG peak of forever? Did that cross your mind at all?
I think, I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know when exactly it dropped. It probably did drop right in the heart of the TCG boom. It was probably planned. It was probably, or at least at the very least, like cock rocked and ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I mean, good on them in one way, but also bad. Like, and you guys can make this wasn't a question to rip on MetaZoo. Again, this was just a question about, do you need to have an opinion on the game and play the game, or do you need to play the game to have an opinion on the game? And I think no, and I think that rings true with MetaZoo.
Now, what do you think about that from like a video game perspective, though? I feel like it's more difficult from a video game perspective because maybe it may be like a new RPG that comes out and you like RPGs, or a new side-scrolling shooter that comes out that you like side-scrolling shooters. So I feel like you're gonna be more accustomed to playing a new game that comes out.
It's definitely different, and here's why. I'll tell you why. Just because, like Pokemon, for instance, I don't like playing the game. Right? I don't like the trading card game Pokemon, but I collect Pokemon because of the art and because of nostalgia, because of the bridge it has between the games, the anime, like the cartoon, that kind of stuff. Like, it's more than just a trading card game. And that's why I think MetaZoo is like it. Yeah, maybe I no hate if you appreciate the art, you know what I mean? Like, that's cool. Then that's a reason to collect it, I guess. I'm not gonna hate on that. But then a video game is way more, I think, to have more than like a very face value opinion on a video game, you need to play it. Because video games are about the gameplay. you can like the art style of the game and you can like the soundtrack if you've heard a couple sounds from it, but I don't think you could say object like or just like end all be all that a game is good or bad if you never played it or something like that.
Yeah. Now, do you think MetaZoo could correct your opinion in the future? Say they do more print runs, say they come out with an online version of it. Like, what could MetaZoo do to win you back or get you interested? Have you, side question, have you even do you know how to play the game?
No, I don't think many people, I don't even think people that own the cards do.
Yeah, it's just more they're investing. Are they even collecting, or are they just investing in it?
I think people are falsely investing in it, and some people genuinely think it's cool, whether that's, I think they have the feeling that they think it's cool, whether that's a feeling of just like kind of that like popular thing, like popular mentality thing, like this is what the popular kids are into right now, like let's go with that, or like whatever. Like I think that's a real feeling that people might have, but I think to win me back, I'd love to see better availability so it can actually be played like by me and someone that might want to play it. I'd want to see like less
resale prices are kind of crazy on them, aren't they?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'd want to see less sketchy promotion tactics. Like it just seems like they're partnering with the wrong people, and like I don't know.
It could be a cash grab.
It's just what it seems like. I don't know. I don't want to say absolutes. I don't want, again, I didn't want to make this a hate on MetaZoo topic, but it seems to have turned into one.
I don't mind the artwork. I'm scrolling through some of the cards here online, and I don't really mind the artwork. I like how the base of the card is red. That looks nice to me. I am scrolling through some of these cards on this magiccardinvestor.com, and every single card is off center.
That's funny.
Just like with the photo, something's totally random. Every single card is off center.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. I don't love the art. I think it's just like it's just But anyways, let's talk about we can rant on this too. Shit, this is gonna be a ranty. Let's cut it up with some goodness. We'll talk about thoughts on celebration. We'll talk about a good TCG now. Thoughts on celebrations, post-release, price predictions for the future. As we know, Pokemon Celebrations has now been out for about 2 weeks. We've opened the product, we've seen it, gotten it in our hands. Chris, what do you think about it?
I've been more than happy.
Chris,
like I think I've said it before in a previous episode. After coming off stuff like Champions Path, booster styles, battle styles, Chilling Reign, even Evolving Skies, it's just been like these just like hard sets to pull good stuff from. And even when you pull like a full art, it's still like $2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the VMAX cards. This whole celebration set is just every single card is a holo, which is nice because in the other sets, a holo is a quote unquote hit. Every single card's a holo, and it just, there's so many just notable nostalgic cards. But I feel like the pull rates on these cards are even like greater too. Like you pulled what, 5 Blastoises?
I think I pulled like 6 or 7 now.
And it may not be the most expensive card, but it's a fun card to pull. It's nostalgic. You get pumped when you pull it.
And the value for the set too is so it came out of the gate pretty strong.
Every set does though.
Yeah, exactly. Every gate and now it's settled to numbers that I don't know if I was expecting them, but given how much we've seen this set has been printed, like it really has lived up to the printing demand. It makes sense. Like Blastoise is selling for $15 now. I think Charizard's like maybe 70 or something.
I think it's still hovering around like 110-ish.
Hell yeah.
Umbreon
maybe like $80. Like, so
I pulled the full gold Mew in our claim sale last week for Gonzoli, and that's like an $70-$80 card.
Yeah, so there's a lot of hits. That's the cool thing about the set. A lot of hits in the set. There's a lot of like, so the pack price, I looked at TCG actually right before we started. TCG players got the pack price hovering around $6.50 to $7. And so with the single pack price still being that, it's solid values to it's surprising
Kind of
me.
shocking to me because
Yeah,
what did you used to sell? I mean, I think I've sold Champions Path up to like $9 a pack before or
yeah,
something like that.
right, right.
Sorry if you can hear my dogs barking
No,
and
you're all
perks
good.
of being at home. But
And
yeah, I've sold
but that's
Champions
just
Path pack like up to $9 a pack when you're literally looking for like 2 cards. But in this celebrations, you have so many cards, and out of the gate, first day, people were selling packs for like, I know Ryan was selling packs for like $7 a pack,
yeah,
which I thought was a great price. And yes, there's only 4 cards in a pack, but I mean, there's in a normal pack. I mean, I would take the 4 cards and every card being a hollow versus a normal pack where you're not even guaranteed a hollow and there's 9 cards or whatever.
yeah. No, I totally agree. It's a great set. It I think it kind of did what it said it was going to do. I wish there was more. I wish it was a bigger set. Like I wish they
Because what do we have? 20? Is it like 25 and 25 or something?
it's close to that, yeah. It's close
So
to like
a
a 50
total of like, which is nice for people that want to go for the full set, but
yeah.
it could get repetitive.
And I think that's kind of how I feel. I feel like if they added 10, 15 more cards, it would have been even better.
What if Pokemon comes out with like a DLC?
That'd be cool. DLC celebration set.
I think that like I said, the print run has been great too. Like everybody who's like kind of wanted to get one can get one, and maybe that's part of like still Target and Walmart and these stores implementing the like how many you can purchase at a time. But I've seen so many just pictures of Target, and they have like 3 full shelves of ETBs.
Yeah. Oh, me too. So I mean, it's great. It's great. I'm glad people are opening it. And as far as price predictions for the future, I think we're gonna see this set kind of just drop for a while, and I could see, like, for instance, Blastoise is at $15 right now. I could see Blastoise maybe hitting a low of like 12, being like a $12 card, and then rising over time. I think as celebrations gets rare, it's going to be a set that I think will appreciate nicely, even though it was printed wildly. I think and the PSA sales so far are strong on it too. I think a set with kind of wild quality control too, not the best, not the worst, a little bit
I was gonna
variable
bring
there.
that up. Are we gonna see kind of taking the Charizard for example?
Yeah.
Are we gonna see an evolutions example where there's 500 PSA 10s and 9,000 PSA 9s?
It's possible, but I don't think it's as bad as that.
Give me another prediction. In 3 years, are there going to be more PSA 10 Rainbow Charizards from Champions Path, which is probably up to near $6,000 now, or PSA 10 Evolutions Charizards? I mean, not Evolutions, no, Celebrations.
Oh,
just because I take the Rainbow Charizard as my like most one that people pulled and submitted in my head.
Unless PSA, you got to remember, PSA still had bulk submission rates when that was a thing. When Rainbow Charizard came out, I believe.
Yeah.
So unless there's bulk submission rates, I don't think so. You got to think about that, because like I don't think I've ever thought about that before until this conversation, but like until we get bulk submission rates back, I don't know if we're really going to see the absolute craziness that we've seen.
I got my PSA order back from August 2020 this week.
I know.
And me and my buddy were sitting down and opening it up. And he's kind of got this vintage binder of just hollows and it's kind of some uncommon stuff. Not your typical base jungle fossil hollows. And he's like, I really fucked up. Like, why didn't I take advantage of $12 a card when it was there? Like, why didn't I just grade everything?
Yeah.
Like,
I fucked up.
It's $12. You're not going to miss that. And it's just going to increase the value more than $12 every single time.
Every time. I fucked up.
Yeah.
But hindsight 2020, it's all good. We got to move on from that. Let's go into
one last question.
Yeah.
Last question. I think the only thing people are bitching about, and what are your thoughts on the ultra premium collections?
What do you mean? Like, are they
Like
cool or?
people can't get them, and just like the resale prices. 'Cause I think
Yeah.
they're 150, and people are trying to sell them for like 350 or 300 to 350 or
Yeah,
something.
even more than that. And that's how it goes with every ultra premium collection. It seems like um that's a very limited product that Pokemon produces. I
They do
hate
that on
I
purpose. It's not meant to be an ETB.
right. And it sucks that people kind of do that and take advantage of the scalping or whatever you want to call it.
And when they
Um
have two metal cards in there, that kind of helps the
it's actually
resale
more. It's like
value.
4 metal cards. It's like,
Wow.
yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool bundle. So I think if you got your hands on one of those, keep it sealed. I think that's going to be the only thing really worth a lot of money from Celebrations.
Do you think the ETBs will ever go under retail?
No. Even the shittiest, I guess Battle Styles ETBs are probably like 45 right now or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm curious actually. What are Battle Styles ETBs? That's like arguably the shittiest set that's released.
I want to say they're under
Recently?
retail. I want to say they're like $35.
No way. It could be possible. Oh, that's an open one. I was like, no way. I saw one is 22. You can get one $45 free shipping on eBay. So after tax and shit, it's like 50 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They're cheap. Oh no,
So yeah,
yeah,
don't.
they're cheap as fuck. $40 with $15 shipping. Yeah. So it's interesting, man. That is interesting.
Definitely.
Next conversation, let's go into let's talk a little bit about the $30 Nintendo 64 online I was about to call it expansion to Nintendo Switch Online with N64 games. I was hyped for it, and then as I found out how much it was going to cost, I instantly got unhyped for it. And I'm even more unhyped and even glad that I didn't buy it now that I've heard some of the things that are coming out. I've heard a lot of shit, man. I've heard there's terrible lag. I've heard there's games lacking original textures. The online capabilities of some of the games basically unplayable. I've seen some of my homies on Instagram try and play with each other, just not able to because the online sucks.
So did the Genesis one come out yet or no?
I don't think so. I believe it is just N64 right now, but I could be wrong. Maybe
But that
Genesis is out.
$30 increase includes both Genesis and N64.
Yeah.
So let me run through real quick for the people who don't know. And Ryan, I'm gonna go through each system one by one and just give me your thoughts on kind of the games included.
Yeah.
So N64, we have Dr. Mario, Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, Sin and Punishment, which never came out in the US. Star Fox 64, Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Win Back, and Yoshi's Story.
It's a good list of games, but if they don't work and they don't have the original textures, then get out of here, Nintendo. Come on now. Do it right or don't do it at all. And $30 is a lot.
It just feels like it feels like the type of list of games they would have on like the N64 Classic Edition.
Right.
Like they have Sin and Punishment, which never came out in the US. And I think on Super Nintendo Classic, they had a Star Fox 2, which never came out in the US. The only one that threw me for a loop was Win Back. How many people like have like nostalgia for Win Back? Like, why not swap that with 007?
007's hard to get because it's a rare title and it's licensed by Rare, so it's a little tricky. But yeah, I agree. I don't know. I've never played Winback, but maybe it's just us. Maybe that people have played it. I don't know. But I think they're made it like they could have done like a fighting game or something, or like another racing
If they
game.
were the wrestling games were so popular.
Right. I could have seen a good wrestling title.
I wonder if there's
on there.
licensing rights.
That's it.
Like the names.
As you can see, it's all first party Nintendo stuff. So
I'm gonna hit you with the included games in the Sega Genesis pack, and there are more for Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hard Corps, Dr. Robotnik's, Echo the Dolphin, Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, Musha, Phantasy Star 4, Rye Star, Shining Force, Shinobi 3, Sonic 2, Streets of Rage 2, and Strider.
Honestly, a fire list of games for the Genesis.
I feel like it takes into like every account of like what people would want to play.
I agree. There's a lot of good games there. So, I mean, it is good value maybe if the games work and everything looks good and you can play with your friends. I think that's cool. There's a lot of good stuff there. But as of now, it sounds like there's, like I said, really bad lag, and there's original textures in the Zelda game that are lacking. And so that's kind of weird. Like, you're paying all this money, only get a half-ass experience. I'm not about it. Nintendo, do better. I hope they fix this if it's not already fixed.
Like, you would hope with a
People are
company
saying,
like Nintendo that it would come out strong out of the gate and they wouldn't have to do patches and bug updates. And like, I can see like bug updates, but something where people are saying it's unplayable
yeah,
is not of the quality we're expecting. After looking at the list of games, I mean, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 14, like 23 to 25 games for an extra $30 a year. And we have to look at this of somebody who doesn't already have the games on their shelf. They're looking at it as somebody who's like, oh my God, I played these as a kid. For $30, you can't even get like one of these games really for $30.
no. But I guess the point is, like, this comment, I'm reading this comment on theverge.com. CMND _ commented. I'm gonna read this whole thing because he sums it up perfectly. Nintendo does not care about its customers. It does not care about its online offerings. Homebrew and community developed emulators are significantly outperforming Nintendo's official N64 service with respect to things like input lag and proper rendering of the games. With Homebrew, you can play Super Mario 64 at 60 frames per second with full widescreen support, better textures, and draw distances than Nintendo's SM64 release in All-Stars or on the N64 emulator. It's the same way with many other games, and I can attest to that. It is. The input lag is atrocious, the online stability is downright broken, and the fidelity and quality of the graphics/art does not match the original titles or other ROMs on other emulators. $50 for such a limited and broken experience is insulting to every single Switch owner. Wow. And I agree, dude. It is kind of whack. We pay Nintendo tons of money, and this is the best they can do. And it's time after time. We've seen this with their online service, plenty of the ports that they've brought over from the Wii U. It's always just feels like we're getting a little robbed. And that's how I feel again.
Do you think it's just like Nintendo in general? Like, we don't think of Nintendo as an online multiplayer company. Say PlayStation or like Xbox, whatever, Microsoft or Sony put this out as their own thing. I would think the online capability would be better because they're used to it. But then on the flip side, it's a major gaming company. Like, they should know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't see. Are you saying we should give Nintendo a break, or what are you saying? Or we shouldn't give Nintendo a break?
No, I'm just saying, like, is there any where am I going with this? Like I said, you don't think of Nintendo as an online multiplayer company. A lot of these Nintendo games are family games, single player with your buddies on the couch.
But there's no reason they shouldn't be,
I know.
Especially because they promised it,
And so yes, I'm ticked about how it's running and all that. I'm not ticked about the list of games, and I'm not ticked about the price. You have to think of this as somebody who doesn't know how to emulate, somebody who doesn't know how to run ROMs, and somebody who doesn't know how that they can just grab the game off their shelf with their collectible N64. This is Joe and Sally and the three.
But they have to make it run right for the price, bro.
Yes,
it has to be a perfect experience if it's going to be a $50 price. Because I guarantee it's just as easy to go to the eShop than it is to go on Google and type in RetroArch. Like, it's just as easy. People can figure it out. I think you are, what's it called?
Giving them too much benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. I think people do have a little bit more ability. But anyways, I neither here nor there. Nintendo needs to do better. I'd like to see just a better game, like a better working games, and that's really it. But to end it out with something fun, a little less ranty, Chris came to me with a segment today, and we don't know what we're going to call it really yet, but we have a working title. It's called the Impression segment. And he said it's notable video game characters, sayings, or sounds that we have to recreate. Chris, do you want to give us an example?
Yep. So you guys will see how this goes. I've got some written down. We can go through all of them. We can't. We'll see how it plays out. Ryan can give his. I can give mine. We're probably going to botch these. It's going to be funny. You guys can play along at home. And if you guys also have any ideas of what to call this segment, please leave a comment or DM one of us, and we'll pick one out and we'll give you a shout out on the next podcast.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Basically, I would say go like, give me your best rendition of EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's had to clear his throat, sit up a little bit.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
That was a good one.
I feel like that was pretty good.
You got to get the deep voice going.
I feel like that was pretty good. Let's hear yours. Do yours.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Yeah, that was good. That was good too.
All right.
Okay.
Give me your best Mortal Kombat finish him.
Okay, I don't really know this one that well. I haven't. Finish him.
Yeah, basically. Finish him. That's not good. That was not a good one.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know what the guy says when the dogs are coming in zombies?
What does he say? You do it.
Fetch me their souls.
Okay, yeah.
But it's really
it's like
it's a specific
their soul. Yeah, I remember that. That creeps me out. Trying to think.
Do you know what Yoshi says? Like, what does Yoshi say? Yeah, that's the one. Or you can be like, Yoshi. No. Yoshi.
Yoshi.
It's really nasally.
Yeah, you're right. All right. What about do your best Pikachu impression?
Oh man. I don't even know I kept trying to think of like the tone. It's really high pitched.
He is a mouse. It is a mouse.
Does he even just say Pika Pika? It's like Pika Pika.
That was decent. That was decent.
What's yours?
Yeah, I don't I can't do it.
I'll give you an easy one. Pac-Man. Didn't even come through on the mic. It's like waka 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 waka. What about Mario?
It's me, Mario. That was bad. Trash.
That was way too deep, I feel.
Yeah. It's
kind of
me.
creepy.
It's me, Mario. That is closer.
It's me, Mario. Wahoo!
Okay, that was OG.
Gotta get the wahoo.
I don't think I know. I don't really. Do you know any? What other?
That's really all the ones I had written down, and I think it'd be something fun to like a episode in the future. Maybe like if you just think of some or Google like notable game sounds and like
we got to come up with
like,
a couple funny ones. That'd be fun. I like this segment. We gotta continue to brainstorm it, guys. Think of a name we should do for it, and then also more sounds that we should try and recreate with our voices. Chris, anything else today, man? I think this was a good episode.
So I messed up and I didn't ask for a viewer question this week.
Go back in the archives.
Sorry. Or I'm scrolling right now. We have an easy one. We'll hit this real quick while I'm scrolling. Catch a Craze says Coke or Pepsi.
Okay. Neither.
Neither.
Are
you not a big pop guy?
Not a big soda guy.
I knew you were gonna say soda.
Not a big soda guy. Yeah.
I like Pepsi.
You like Pepsi? Yeah, I don't like if I had to drink soda, it would be Sprite.
What's your favorite dessert?
Ice cream, brother.
What flavor?
Ooh. Just basic, and probably just a cookies and cream. Or like crazy if you get the fucking Americone Dream from Ben and Jerry's. Absolute.
What's Americone Dream?
It is like it's chocolate covered waffle cone pieces with caramel swirls and chocolate chunks, I think, in a vanilla ice cream.
Are you a bowl, sugar cone, or waffle cone type of guy?
If I'm out to a ice cream place, absolutely waffle cone. Yep. If I'm at my house, right out the container. What about you?
I'm a waffle cone type of guy.
What
I
if
like
you're at
waffle
your
cones.
home?
I put it. All right, so I put it in a bowl,
Yeah.
and then I like mash it up and stir it around so it turns into like a yogurt
You're a
consistency.
5-year-old. You're a legitimate 5-year-old. I did that when I was 5. I cannot wait to post this everywhere.
And I
There's
still
no way
do it.
you still do that.
Yes, I still do it. I don't even. I don't microwave it. I just mash it up and stir it
No,
around.
I
and make
know
it yogurt
exactly. You
consistency.
make soup, bro. That's
Yes.
what we did when we were 5 years old. I can't
And I'm
believe
23 and
you
I still do
that.
it.
That's so cute. Oh my gosh.
So cute.
That's so wow. Wow. Well, with that, we're going to end it on that note, guys. Thank you for listening. As always, have a great rest of your week. Make sure you're tuned in everywhere. Claim sales Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Hit that like button, subscribe button, follow button, notification button, bell button. 5-star review on the Apple Pods would be sick. Write something crazy. I don't even care if you comment something absolutely wild. Best comment will get read on the podcast. I'm saying that right now. Best comment, the most outrageous comment will get read. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Peace.
See ya.